I'm sure that other people other than myself and my husband are following what's going on with the war. I'm just stepping out now to get some greens to make some vegetable wraps for lunch for my husband and I. And I've been writing all morning, just processing my feelings and memories regarding everything that's going on. Well, everything. How can we possibly process everything? I can barely process my own daily activities. Okay, so let's get into the garden. Here's the fence I have to open up. This keeps the deer from entering in. We have a series of fences here that we put up, my husband put up. I say we very loosely always. My husband, you see behind me here? There's a fence in the background there. And then you can see all the sprinkler systems, all these little, and then if you turn around this way, you see more fences, more fences, more fences. So especially at nighttime, dusk and dawn, when the deer arrive to have snacks, they're going to be looking for food to eat. Now, this area of the garden is really growing up with lots of weeds and plants right now because we have not been doing much here. But I've come out just to pick some collards, as I've done many times before, and I have recorded that, if you've seen that. So let's see, we have some collards here, and then some collards over here. Here we go. Just some of these will do. Some of these. Some, you can see they're natural because they're being eaten. Oh, that's like shaped like a heart. There's some, you could see these are being, let's see here, I'll pick that. See, they're being munched on, but that's perfectly fine. This is a nice leaf. Look at this. Look at the size of this leaf. Okay, that'll make a really good wrap. That's instead of bread, okay? No bread, no yeast, no, none of that. We stopped all that. And I've been in pain for years. I had a lot of vaccine and medication injury and just trauma, life injury, all of that from my past. No, I have not vaccinated since 2008, but regardless of if I didn't vaccinate, I did medicate on and off, and I paid a heavy price for that. I paid a very heavy price, and I survived, so I'm here and I speak about it. But I was in severe pain. I was being trafficked and drugged, so I suffered a lot, and I was at a loss. And I ended up in many doctors' offices, directed by insurance companies and family members and friends, and I regret all of that. It took a lot of harm for me to admit that I had to stop that. I had to stop it. Through all the meds, I had gotten rid of the meds. Then I was had to keep up with life again, and I was suffering, so I fell into that again. And if I didn't fall into that, I fell into getting tests and radiation and other weird tests done. Then they would say, oh, we just have to start an IV. We have to give you this contrast or this thing or that thing. And God only knows what was done to my body. Surgeries and problems. Okay, that's all in the past. But I have the injury from that I got to deal with, and the pain. Okay? The scars. I'm so scarred. Okay, so this is how I'm resolving it. No processed fats or oils, no grains, no dairy. distilled water. And if I need to structure that water, I add some lemon to it, or lime, or tangerine, or grapefruit, or some herbs. Okay? It's not complicated, but at least the water is clean of weird technology. Countertop distillers are excellent. Okay, here we go. Let me get on with this. I gotta make lunch. Okay, so I think that'll do. That's enough. But definitely, oh, these look like they're almost ready to, that's a lot of different, that's a type of green. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just pick some mint. Okay, so I think I'll just, I'll just leave this for now. Here's the mint, and I'm gonna go get the other stuff. I have to get the plantain. Just a minute. Okay, so here I am on the other side of the garden now. I've got, you see, the mint and the collards. Okay, mint and collards. Yay, yay, yay! That's really good for. And here I've got plantain. I can collect some plantain leaves. See? Thank you very much. Thank you, plantain plants. We take care of the plantain plants, and then they take care of us. They give a few leaves that I can add into the wraps, you see? These greens are filled with vitality. Filled with vitality. Very important vitality. So that's why I'm out here today collecting. You see, the thing that really gets me is everybody could be living like this. There is actually, don't listen to the liars. There's enough water, there's enough land, there's enough of everything for everyone. There are demons that don't want people to know about that. And for people that are ignorant, they live in places filled with ignorance, and they believe the ignorance. Now here's the sugar cane growing. So I said to my husband this year, because my health is so much better right now. I struggled a lot. I've been struggling a lot, okay? But I'm starting to perk up a little bit. I put on a good smile, but pain is pain. Fatigue is fatigue. And to be a living person in this world requires a lot of life force, energy, and vitality. So that's what I'm trying to regain with all of this. I'm going to be collecting some of the sugar cane for juices that I'm going to do, use the leafy green part, before the cane is fully developed. Excuse me. So just wanted to do a quick video right now. I haven't done one in a while because I am on the mend, and plus it's so horrible to see bombs dropping from the sky on people, even if it is a military target. People have bodies and they have feelings, and family members dropping like flies, throwing bombs, death culture. Ooh. That's what I think of it. Okay, here. I don't want to live like that. And I'm sure if people were given a choice, they would choose not to live like that. They would choose to live quietly, peacefully, with loving people in their midst. Family members and friends. Okay, so now I'm in the house. And I'm going to prepare a meal.